Let us consider some of the questions of part C. So in part C we have 7 questions, so out of which we have to answer any 5 questions carrying 3 marks. See here, question number 13 to 19. So we have questions carrying 3 marks. So let us consider one by one. See question number 13. So I will consider the first question. So that is a question which is based on types of relations. Show that the relation R of real numbers defined as R equals A comma B such that A is less than or equal to B cube is neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive. This is the 13th question. Then we have the 14th question. Show that the relation R in the set of all integers Z defined by R equals AB such that 2 divides A minus B is an equivalence relation. Then 15th question is express the matrix A equals 1, 2, 3, 4 as a sum of symmetric and q-symmetric matrices. So let us consider these questions one by one. So in this I will consider 13th question. Okay, relation. See, the given relation is, first we have to write the relation AB such that A is less than or equal to B cube. So here the given set is set of real numbers. See, let us check one by one. Reflexive. Okay, reflexive relation. See, reflexive means, any element related to itself. So is it true for this relation? See, A less than A cube. See, it is not true. It is not always, it is not true. So any number less than cube of itself is not true. So we can take one example. Okay, let me write this. See, consider one real number, say half. Okay, so to show that it is not true, so let us take A as half. See what we told here, A less than, we have to verify this. See, half less than half whole cube. See, half means 0.5 less than, okay, let me write it as it is. So half less than 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8. Is it true? See, 0.5 less than, this is 0.1. So 0.5 is less than 0.1 is not true. See, is not true. Therefore R is not reflexive. So one example is enough to say that it is not reflexive. So next let us consider next property, symmetric. See the symmetric property, what it says here, AB, if you have a pair like AB, you should have BA. So for this example, what it says, A less than or equal to B cube, does it imply B less than or equal to A cube? We have to show it by example, by considering a pair. Okay, so let us take two real numbers. So let us take A as 1, B as 2. Then see, A as 1 and B as 2. Okay, I have considered A as 1, B as 2. Then I have to check A less than or equal to B cube. Okay, A means 1 less than, B means 2 cube. See, 1 less than 8, it is true. Now let us check this part, B less than or equal to A cube. B means what? 2 less than, A means 1, that is 1 cube, that is 2 less than 1. See, it is not true. 2 is less than 1 is not true. So a less than or equal to b cube does not imply b less than or equal to a cube, because 1 is less than 8 but 2 is not less than 1. Therefore R is not symmetric. Then let us go for transitive. See, transitive property, we need two pairs. See, a less than or equal to b cube and b less than or equal to c cube. Does it imply a less than or equal to c cube? That's all we have to check here. So to take 3 real numbers satisfying this property. So let us consider, so let us take 3 real numbers. So a will take a as 100, b as 5, say c as 2. Then let us check this. See, a, that means 100, less than b cube, that is 5 cube, and b means 5 less than c cube, that means 2 cube. Now 100 less than 5 cube means 5 into 5 into 5, that is 125. It is true. And 5 is less than 2 cube means 8. See, 100 less than 125, 5 less than 8. Both are true. 100 less than 125 and 5 is less than 8. Both are true. But a less than or equal to c cube, that is, but 100 less than 8 is, see, not true. Therefore R is not transitive. So R is not reflexive, not symmetric, not transitive. So this completes the solution for 13th example. Let's go for next question, 14th. So show that the relation R in the set of all integers defined by. So what is the relation given? First we have to write the relation AB such that, see, 2 divides this difference A minus B. We have to show that it is an equivalence relation. Okay, see, reflexive. First let us consider reflexive. See, as I told in the previous example, any element belongs to itself for all integers. Okay, see, we have to verify this whether it applies or not. See, 2 divide, this implies 2 divides the difference. Difference means what? A minus A. So A minus A is 0. See, 2 divides 0. It is true. Okay, 2 divides 0 is true. 2 divides 0 is true. Therefore, what we can say here, R is reflexive. See, 2 divides 0 means can divide 0 by 2. We get 2 zeros are 0. So answer is 0. Therefore, it is reflexive. Next. Symmetric. See, AB belongs to R implies BA belongs to R. See, AB belongs to R means 2 divides A minus B. Okay, so this implies 2 divides, see, this AB belongs to R means 2 divides this difference. Then BA belongs to R means 2 divides, obviously 2 divides B minus A. Okay, 2 divides B minus A. So if 2 divides the difference A minus B, that implies obviously 2 divides B minus A. So directly we can write this as, so it holds good. Therefore we can write this as R is symmetric. Then let us move for transitive. See, transitive, as we know, so AB pair should be present, BC pair should be present, AC should be present. This we have to check. So here AB belongs to R means what? As I told in the previous property, 2 divides A minus B, and BC belongs to R means what? 2 divides that difference, B minus C. See, 2 divides this difference and 2 divides this difference, implies 2 divides, so I will get another number here. See, A minus B is one number plus B minus C is another number. That means 2 divides this sum, A minus B plus B minus C. Then this plus B minus B get cancels. The next step, 2 divides A minus C, implies 2 divides A minus C, implies according to the given problem, this means AC belongs to R. Therefore, R is transitive. See, here it obeys all the properties. I mean, it satisfies all. It is reflexive, it is symmetric, it is transitive. That means it is equivalence relation. So we can end the solution like this for 14th problem. Okay, so let us go for 15th. So here the matrix is given as 1 2 3 4. Okay, you know, any square matrix can be written as sum of symmetric and, see this, skew symmetric matrix. So now we have to find out A plus A dash, then A minus A dash. So after finding this, you replace this answer and this answer. See, this is symmetric matrix, this is skew symmetric matrix. So let us find out one by one. So consider A plus its transpose. So A is what? 1 2 3 4 plus A dash means we have to interchange the rows and columns. Then this is 5, this will be 8. Okay, so half, see, half into A plus A dash. So you multiply every element by half, so that I will get what? See, 1 2 into half, I will get 1. 5 into half means 5 by 2. Then it is 5 by 2. See, 8 by 2 means if I cancel it, I will get 4. So this is my A plus A dash. So similarly, you consider A minus A dash. So it is 1 2 3 4 minus, you change the rows and column, interchange the rows and columns. So you get 1 minus 1 0, 2 minus 3 is minus 1, 3 minus 2 is 1, 4 minus 1 0. So half times A minus A dash means multiply every element by half. This is 0 minus half 0. Okay, 0 minus half 0. This is a skew symmetric matrix. Now this matrix 1 2 3 4 given matrix can be written as, so as I told in the beginning, symmetric matrix plus sum of symmetric matrix and skew symmetric matrix. So what is the symmetric matrix I got? 1 5 by 2, 5 by 2 4 plus skew symmetric matrix is 0 minus half 0. So this is completes the solution for 15th example. So it can be written as sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. So the point you should remember here is any square matrix can be written as sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. So let us go for 16th question. Find the area of the triangle whose vertices are, say, 3 8 minus 4 2, then 5 1 using determinants. See, area of the triangle formula is half times determinant. So let me write the formula: x1, x2, x3, y1, y2, y3, 1, 1, 1. This is the area of the triangle, square units. Okay, square units. So here you consider this as say x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, then substitute in the formula. Okay, so okay, I will show it here. See, half into, so we'll get the determinant on the right hand side, 3 minus 4 5, first column, 8 2 1 1 1 1. Okay, we'll write it once again. See, half into determinant of 3 minus 4 5, 8 2 8 2, okay, 8 2 1 1 1 1. Okay, let us expand this. See, half into, so let us expand it along first row, plus minus plus. See, 3 into 2 minus 1 minus 8 into minus 4 minus 5 minus 1 into minus 4 minus 10. So let me keep half as it is. 3 into 1, see, minus 8 into minus 4 minus 5, that is minus 9, minus 1 into minus 14. Okay, see, multiply this, so we'll get 3, then plus 72 plus 14 inside the bracket. 3 plus 72 okay, this is plus, to make it plus here, so then this will be minus. Okay, plus 1 into minus 4 minus 10, that is minus 14, so plus into minus will get minus 14. Okay, let me write the step once again. So area is equal to half, so after multiplying with 3 plus 72 minus 14, so that is half into 61. See, 75 minus 14, 75 minus 14, so I will get what? 61. So this is 60, or I can write this as 61 by 2 square units, area of the triangle. So this completes solution for 16th problem. Let us go for 17th. Okay, 17th. So remaining 3 questions are there, 17th, 18th and 19th. Let us consider okay, 18th question. By using elementary transformations, find the inverse of the matrix. See, A is equal to 1 2 3 4. So we know this matrix can be written as IA. Okay, then left hand side you can replace this. So identity matrix is 1 0 0 1 of order 2. So write A as it is. See, we have to reduce the left hand side to identity matrix. So I should get 1 0 0 1. Then I should operate on second row. See, second row changes to second row minus. So I want to make this as 0. To get that 0, so what I should do, R2 minus 3R1. Okay, so let me write it once again. Okay, step by step I will show it. So here is okay, IA. So what is my first operation? See, I am going to change second row minus 3 times elements of first row. That means I am not going to change first row as it is. So second row minus 3 times for elements of first row means 3 minus 3 will get 0. See, this 4 minus 4 minus 3 into 2, 6, 4 minus 6, that will be what? Minus 2. Similarly 0, okay, left hand side is over, right hand side 0 minus 3 ones are 3, that is 0 minus 3, that is, okay, this I got this as, observe the second row, okay, 4 minus 6, that is minus 2, then 0 minus 3, so it will be minus 3, so this element will not change. Okay, on the left hand side, so I got 1 2 0 minus 2, 1 0 minus 3 1 on the right hand side. See, now I can easily reduce this element to 0 because below this element I have minus 2, so that means okay, I will take this step in the next step. 1 2 0 minus 2 is equal to 1 0 minus 3 1 into a. Then I can take this as, see, r1 changes to r1 plus r2. Then I can write this, see, I can write this second row as it is. r1 plus r2 means I am going to add elements of first row and second row. 1 plus 0 1, 2 minus 2, that is 0. See, 1 minus 3, that is minus 2, 0 plus 1 1. Observe the right hand side. So okay, 1 0 0 minus 2 on the left hand side. See, now only thing is we have to reduce this to 1. To get this 1, we have to multiply this. That means okay, let me write in the next step. I will write that same step here. See, 1 0 0 minus 2 on the left hand side, minus 3 1 into a. Okay, r2 changes to, see, to get this one we multiply this element of second row by its multiplicative inverse, that is minus half. Okay, I will write that as r2 changes to minus half r2. Then I am not going to change anything except the first row. See, second row, first row remains same. I am multiplying every element second row by minus half. This is 0. See, minus half into minus 2, that will be 1. Then minus 3 into minus 3 by 2, minus into minus plus, that is 3 into half means 3 by 2. Then 1 into minus half, that will be minus half. Then it is looking like, see, I is equal to, so whatever I got this, I call that as B into A. So then I got what? See, I is equal to BA. This implies B is the inverse of A. That is, A inverse is, what is that? B minus 2 1 3 by 2 minus half. This is the inverse of the given matrix. Okay. So see, observe this. In this session we have covered some of the questions here. See, 13th is over, 14th is over, 15th is solved, 16th is also covered here. See, 18th also we have covered. So let us continue to solve some more problems in the next session.